Just minutes ago, President Trump and First Lady Melania Trump boarded Air Force One to leave El Paso, Texas. This comes after an earlier stop in Dayton, Ohio. The visit's meant to comfort the city shattered by recent mass shootings. Protests in both cities erupted, and critics say the president's rhetoric has encouraged a climate of hate following last weekend's mass shooting. We have team coverage, including how Latinos in the U.S. have been shaken by the El Paso shooting. Let's begin with Hillary Lane, live in El Paso. Hillary?
Alan, as you just mentioned, the president has just left El Paso, but he met with first responders. He met with people who were injured in the shooting at the hospital and spent time with victims' families. All throughout the day, there have been protesters and supporters who've been lining up at this memorial behind me right in front of where the shooting took place. It was the mayor of El Paso who invited the president to come, but some here believe it was the wrong decision. President Trump touched down in the grieving border town of El Paso, Texas, where 22 people were killed in a shooting massacre. The president visited University Medical Center of El Paso.
We met with also the doctors, the nurses, the medical staff. They have done an incredible job.
There was opposition to his visit. At one point, protesters clashed with a Trump supporter. Mourners said the president, who has complained of a Hispanic invasion, should stay away from this largely Mexican-American community.
All of these horrible things that he's been saying about Mexicans, Hispanics, that we're not like that. We are not like that.
President Trump's visit to El Paso is especially controversial. Authorities say the man accused of opening fire here at this Walmart had posted an anti-immigrant manifesto.
We are being targeted just for being Hispanics. That just makes me live in fear.
Earlier, President Trump visited Dayton, Ohio, where he met with survivors of Sunday's mass shooting and thanked the first responders. Press cameras were denied access.
He was comforting, and he did the right things, and Melania did the right things, and it's his job in part to comfort people.
People protested there too and blamed the president for encouraging a culture of hate.
He has a lot of power, and he's been using it to incite violence.
But President Trump denied that his language has contributed to the violence.
No, I don't think my rhetoric has at all. I think my rhetoric is it brings people together.
Despite the political back and forth, the White House says this is a day for healing and honoring the victims of senseless violence. And President Trump tweeted that he had a tremendous and warm visit in Dayton, Ohio. We're expecting him to address his visit to El Paso on Twitter later tonight. In the meantime, funerals for the victims here of the El Paso shooting will begin tomorrow.